Okay, so next team is Chennai Super Kings. This is their squad, as you can see, and the 11 that I've picked is Faf du Plessis to open along with Gaikwad or Uthappa. I know a lot of people want Gaikwad to play, but I think Uthappa is a good opener, good enough opener. He did pretty well last season also at the top, and I think he's quite reliable. I know Gaikwad got about 350s in 3 games and all that, but I don't think they need that kind of an anchor kind of player at the top. So Uthappa is a more dynamic player. I want him there.
And what matters the most is Uthappa's Dhoni's friend, so obviously he's going to play.
Yeah, probably.
And specifically,
half the team will be Dhoni's friends only, and then Raina. So I mean, there are good friends of Dhoni's also, but then Raina, I personally think he's done in the IPL, but who knows? He might prove me wrong. But everybody knows he is going to play at 3. So and then Raidu, I think, should be there. He's the anchor that I need in the team, and he can be there. And then Dhoni at 5, Jadeja, excellent finishing skills like last season, like he showed in the last season rather. So him at 6. Moeen Ali, I would ideally want him to open actually along with Faf, but I don't see that happening, so I put him at 7. Sam Curran has to play at 8. Shardul Thakur has been in great form, 9. Deepak Shah 10, and 11. I think they need a wrist spinner. I think Lungi Ngidi is almost shit. He's been bowling pretty terribly for South Africa, and even for CSK, he's not been great.
Yeah, last season was very bad. Yeah.
So I don't want him to play. So I really like Tahir also. I want him to be in the 11. We need a leg spinner. So I think he needs to be there. And Dwayne Bravo, I think, can sit and probably write a couple of more songs. Do something like that. A new song for CSK is much needed. We need something other than Vati coming in the background. So Dwayne Bravo can probably do that.
And Dhoni is also going away after this season. So we need.
But if Dwayne Bravo makes a song, it'll be Vandi coming down. I can't listen to his music. It's horrendous.
Yeah, probably, but I think that's better than him playing. So I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm playing with CSK being CSK. I think the change that is going to be there in this 11 is K. Gautam is going to slot in for Moeen Ali, and Dwayne Bravo is going to be in the playing 11 for pretty much the entire campaign.
So the other thing that they might do, which would be extremely terrible in my opinion, would be dropping Faf du Plessis, but that could happen. I don't know.
I don't see that happening though. Even I read like many people are suggesting that Faf won't play, but he's like a bank. Like he was only reliable batsman last season.
Exactly. So only last season, I think the first top 4, 5, including Dhoni, because he's not played much. I think the only reliable player in the top 5 is probably Faf. So
you actually look at if you look at the 11 that if you put the 11 that you see, the 11 that you've put, if you can actually push 3, 4, 5 below and 6, 7, 8 above, that will actually be the best batting lineup with form like Jadeja, Moeen Ali, and Sam Curran are the ones in touch. No one knows how Raina, Raidu, and Dhoni are going to play. Like they have been completely out of touch. Like
whatever they do, they're going to bat at 3 and 4 only. I mean, best possible 11 with some realistic thoughts is probably this. Ideally, I mean, if Raina is not batting at 3, you don't want him in the 11 at all.
The problem I see with this top 4 is that there are no explosive players.
Yeah, I think Uthappa is quite explosive. Uthappa is not going to waste too many balls, I think, at the top. So in the power play, if he bats, I think he's going to be good enough. So,
he's not going to waste too many balls in the sense he's probably going to get out within the first 5 balls.
Okay. That doesn't matter because they bat till 8 or 9. So if someone gets out going for runs, that's okay. It doesn't really matter, right? So it's not some team some team like Punjab which has only some 5 or 6 batsmen. So you can afford to lose a wicket early. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
And why not? And why not consider this? Don't play Gaikwad or Uthappa. Open with Moeen Ali, with du Plessis, and have K. Gautam also at number 7. Like
that works.
Just to give an added batting plus bowling. Like you can have both options.
Need, I think, when Moeen Ali is playing, if you play Gautam also, one person is going to be underutilized for sure. So that's the problem. So you can't play Gautam as a batsman or as a proper bowler who bowls 4 overs all the time. So 2 or 3 overs, I think probably Gautam can bowl. The only problem Then if Chennai was playing at Chepauk, then that would probably be a decent 11. But because they're not, you surely need a good fast bowler in your 11. So,
I don't think Chennai has a good strike fast bowler in their team. I mean, no one stands out.
And Hazelwood getting injured actually presents an opportunity for Chennai to sign like so many of the players who are available who went unsold. Like even a Pattinson who actually got like those crucial dismissals for Mumbai last season. Like the number of key partnerships that Pattinson actually came and like broke for Mumbai. Yeah, so there are so many options available.
Pattinson kind of overperformed last season, so that's probably why Mumbai dropped him also this season. If he was that good, Mumbai would have surely retained him. He's not that good also. And he had a good season last time. He's quite old, and there are so many other better options actually. You don't really need him.
Anyone, it can be anyone,
so they don't need a fast bowler, but I don't see them. So they just released a statement saying they're not really looking for a replacement yet. So looks like Ngidi is playing. It's a bittersweet kind of things because the only fast bowler that is available, so they can play him, but he's quite bad. So we just have to hope that he does well. Otherwise, there's absolutely.
I think one more key thing is Deepak Chahar. So actually, 2 seasons back, I don't know if he overperformed or that's his actual ability, but he was outstanding for CSK 2 seasons back. And last season was the downturn which happens after a really good season. So I mean.
He was still not bad. Even last season, he provided quite a few good breakthroughs in the power play. So he was not as good as 2019, but he was still pretty good, I think. So he's always good. He can swing the ball both ways. So he'll bowl 2 overs, 2 good overs in the power play for sure. And
last season, so many games, the batting just let the team down. Like there were some games where the bowlers were out, like even before the inning started. So that's also.
Okay, so I'm just questioning you guys in this 11. Who are the guys who are going to be bowling the last 4 overs at the death?
Okay, you go ahead. Okay, fine. So the one thing is actually I'll play Lungi Ngidi and I'll probably try fitting in Karan Sharma instead of Tahir because as the wrist spinning option. So I think Lungi Ngidi has to play and bowl 2 overs at the death. And probably now with Shardul Thakur also doing that role for India, probably Shardul Thakur and Ngidi at the death with Deepak Chahar up front with the new ball. And you can with Sam Curran also provides like 2 overs, and if Dhoni uses him as a 4-over bowler, then even Sam Curran will probably bowl 1 or 2 up front and 2 at the back.
I think this is okay. So I think that's not a huge problem because Sam Curran bowled last season also at the death. Shardul Thakur also bowled, and Deepak Chahar also actually towards the end of the tournament bowled a few overs at the death. So they can probably use Deepak Chahar for 1 over and probably 3 overs from Shardul and Sam Curran. So last 4 overs are kind of covered. So I think that's not a huge problem. They're obviously not like big profile, high profile, big names for the death and all, but then they're still pretty good. I don't think they did a bad job at all last time. So that wasn't a huge problem.
I
think it'll be a huge challenge only, difficult, but it's okay. With what they have, there's nothing drastic that they can change in this team to get their death bowling good on paper. I think it's always going to be pretty ordinary on paper, but they did pretty well last time. So I'm just they didn't play 2 games in Chennai also last year. They didn't play any games in Chennai last year. It was all in the UAE, and there was quite a few good wickets. Even Sharjah, they weren't too bad, except that Lungi Ngidi over obviously that had a lot of problems. But I mean, before that and after that, they were quite good. So
against Pakistan, he's overstepping in the death and no balls, 3 hits. I mean,
last year also the crucial Rajasthan game at Sharjah, he overstepped and gave like 2-3 extra sixes. I remember and that caused the game. And other than that, I hope. I mean, as a CSK fan, it also hurts to say this, but Dhoni isn't the player he was. Obviously, he's retired. I just hope that they promote Jadeja and Curran ahead. Like it's time that.
So I think that's okay. So Dhoni either bats at 4. So when he plays 10 balls there, you don't even need Raidu. If Dhoni can bat at 4 and do something there, or just come at 8. Play Jadeja, Moeen Ali, Sam Curran, all of them can perform. In case Dhoni needs to, then Dhoni can come. I mean, but not going to happen.
The one thing is at least even though Dhoni hasn't played cricket, he at least came a couple of months back and he's been practicing every day and all. There's this legend who's been going to award ceremonies, ordering biryani, and I haven't seen any practice clips either. But Suresh Raina, I don't know if he'll be in touch because I mean the others actually have joined the camp earlier and have actually at least put in some effort. I mean, we necessarily see how Raina goes.
Raina scored 100 against some 12-year-olds. If you see.
Yeah.
No, see, the one thing is, he at number 3 by default. If you play 14 games, you're going to hit 350 runs. It's just a given 350 to 400 runs. And Raina will probably still be good enough to hit all the slightly lesser quality Indian pacers that some teams will have. He'll score runs against those teams, but it's against the Mumbai and the KKR who have like good bowling attacks. Against them, whether he actually does well, like that only like.
Let's see. I mean, I've always liked Raina. I want to go well, but it's just baffling, like what has been happening before the tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, I think. We might say anything before the tournament. You never know what happens actually when the tournament starts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you guys see. Wait, there's one player we forgot to talk about. You guys see Cheteshwar Pujara getting a game?
I think we can move on. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but you guys see Chennai finishing in the top 4? Like.
Yeah, actually, I do see them finishing in the top 4.
Huh.
So, whatever they lack last season, one powerful, dynamic player who's not out of touch and can offer something with the ball as well. So, they've got 2 of those players now. And both of them are finger spinners as well, something that they lacked last season again. So, they pretty much covered. So
they did. They actually had a good auction, in my opinion. Yeah. Like overall, they solved their.
But problems. You guys didn't replace Shane Watson. I mean, you do want another explosive player up. And I think they should have gone for one of those batsmen up top because, in essence, you replaced Shane Watson with Robin Uthappan. I know he didn't have the best season last time, but at least he's
the season before that, to be honest, actually. So he performed the thing is, he'll win 2 or 3 games for you single-handedly.
That person is not there now, though.
That person's not there. So, but Ryan also wasn't there last season. I'm not saying that he might or might not win games for you, but he is capable of winning at least 1 or 2 games for you. Probably not as explosive as Watson, but a good 50, 60 here and there. Uthappa and Raina together will probably cover for Watson, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, even now, instead of you guys are talking about replacements of Hazelwood being a fast bowler, Alex Hales can walk into this team, if you ask me. I mean, as a replacement. I don't know if they're allowed to do that, though, replace a bowler with a batsman, but if they could. Of
course you can. Gale was a replacement for Dirk Nannes, I think.
Nannes.
I mean, Alex Hales is a phenomenal option. If you think of it, I don't know.
Where does he fit in?
And,
you probably play him there and then Karan Sharma at number 11, no?
I mean, you don't play Moeen Ali because you already have enough bowling options there. You play Alex Hales up top, then you can replace one of the others with Karan Sharma.
See, I think if Lungi Ngidi plays in the 11th spot, you have Lungi Ngidi, Chahar, Thakur and Sam Curran. There's 4 pacers. So I'll drop one of the Indian pacers for Karan Sharma, but it'll be a very, very hard call to take between Thakur and Chahar. But last season, last season 2 games, I think if I'm not wrong, Thakur didn't actually play.
Thakur was benched for a bit.
Yeah. So that might also be an option, but the way Thakur is playing, and he's in that form where whatever he touches just turns to gold. So
whatever said and done, I think we can only do so much. We can only discuss so much. Nobody knows what CSK is going to do. I think it's the most
unpredictable team. Yeah,
very, very hard to say what they're going to do. So let's just hope that they do something sensible and have a good tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, to conclude, I do think that they'll be fighting for probably the 3rd or 4th spot, and I mean they could.
Me too. I think they're in the top 4. Yeah.
Yeah, and probably